Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope all of you are doing well. So, today I'm going to be reviewing the 1986 classic Top Gun. So, I ended up watching this last night, and it was great revisiting this film. It had been quite a while since I've seen it, and it was fun, just like the other times I've seen it. Basically, the plot is you have Maverick, played by Tom Cruise. He's a pilot for the military. He's a little reckless, but at the same time, he also has to kind of live up to kind of live up to his old man, who at one point was a pilot for the military. At least that's kind of what I get through the story of this in some way, like the little sub stories that we get. And he, along with his best friend Goose, played by Anthony Edward, who he's an actor I feel like doesn't get enough credit. Revenge of the Nerds, ER. I mean, he's had a nice amount of films, that he has done, and not just that, but television. I want to say he either had one or two episodes on Law and Order SVU. And him and Goose, they're best friends. They like to have fun, and they are sent to this this course known as Top Gun. This is where the best pilots go, and they are being taught by this, I wouldn't say teacher, but she is kind of this what is the term I'm looking for? But basically, she works for like NASA of some sort, and she, kind of helps them, and specific things they got to learn and things like that. It's a teacher, but they call it something else. And of course, he starts to kind of develop this interest in her, and there's that little subplot romance thing going on. Well, during one of their missions, something happens to Goose. Maverick feels like he is to blame, that it's his fault that this happened, and he ends up actually quitting. And then eventually, after a few people talk to him, he ends up coming back. And then, of course, there's this mission they have to do more towards the end of the film. So the plot is not like over the top. It's not you know too much. It's basically them doing pilot training. That's really what it is, and then their little mission more towards the end. It's a decent drama. Not there's not a whole lot of action, but for what we get, I think it works. I like the chemistry between everybody. I think it works really, really well. Val Kilmer is fantastic as Iceman, kind of that douchey bully character. Maverick being the cocky type character, is reckless, but also has to kind of live up to his name, knows he gets in trouble, but, he doesn't really care that much. Anthony Edward as Goose is fantastic. Meg Ryan, of course, is in the film. She plays his wife, and I think she's great. She doesn't get a whole lot of screen time. I think there's like a few scenes in the film that we get of her, and that's pretty much it. But nonetheless, it's a fun movie. Definitely one to watch during the summertime. If you're a fan of Back to the Future, the actor who plays the principals in this, which I think at one point he was pretty much in everything in the 80s. You also have Tom Skerritt, who I think he continues to act. I know he's done a couple like Hallmark movies, and then you got Michael Ironside, who I feel like doesn't get enough credit. That actor is in pretty much everything. He's really well known for playing a villain, and he is also has done Hallmark movies as well. But yeah, I wish I could say more about this movie. I know a lot of you guys have probably seen this by now. Just a fun movie from 1986, the same year I was born. There were a lot of great films that came out that year. Now, I will state this 4K I thought was fantastic. It is grainy, but it's not anything over the top. I just don't like that they had the widescreen bars. I think that just kind of took a little bit out of it. But I thought the quality was great, especially with my OLED. I thought it looked really, really good. Now, there's something interesting. I guess this is more of a later print of the film, because I remember having a copy at one point, and it may just be the TV I had, but it was grainy, especially the scene where they're singing the song. They're at the like I wouldn't say it's like a dinner that they're attending of some sort, and they're all at the bar drinking, and of course Tom Cruise starts singing to the the NASA teacher. Again, I can't remember what they call her, but yeah, I remember having this at one point, and it just was really, really grainy. And that could be the possibility of my TV at the time because I had a different TV at that point. But watching it now, yeah, it looked really, really good. Like I said, you get some grain, but it's not anything over the top, which I like. Some 4K titles are heavily grained, and sometimes it takes you out of the film. But this one wasn't too bad. My only minor complaint is having the widescreen bars. It's a 4K title. They could have. I've seen 4Ks that take up the whole screen. They could have done that, but nonetheless, it is what it is. But yeah, that's my review for Top Gun. I hope you guys enjoyed my review and kind of my little thoughts on the release itself and the movie. If you guys have seen this, please let me know what your thoughts are on this movie. If you haven't, then it's definitely one I would recommend you guys watch, especially during the summer. We have, the July's almost over. We have August, so try to get it in, your little summer watch this year. And if you enjoyed my review and thoughts, give it a thumbs up. It's much appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content. I'm Film Talk with Mikey. Till next time, guys, we'll talk films. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.